Good morning.
Good morning, Ken.
Happy Friday.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
All right. We're about to about to open up. Yeah, so we'll see what happens here. You guys all have a pretty good week so far.
Yeah, I've been pretty good. How about you?
It's been awesome. hmm Yeah, I can't wait to see what this thing does. It's been a crazy week though. The market, the news, but we talked about this. You know what I mean? That's what I was saying is this is the week. This was the week to watch and just be ready for this type of volatility. And man, it sure did come.
No daily levels today, Ken?
Oh shoot, hold on, I have them. How much time do I have left?
You can wait if you need to. Yeah.
No, I'm already locked in. I'm ready. I got one. I got 30 seconds. Let's see
No,
if I
no,
can. Let me see. I can get
you're not
NASDAQ.
gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it. Shoot, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it fast enough. All right. Yeah, my bad. I have them right here on the. I have them on my other screen over here. I'm literally looking at them. But all right, so yep, there's open. Right here, I got this one little buy set up right there. I don't know if it's going to go down there or not, but y'all already know what I'm looking for here. Kind of watching this area here. I don't want to see it go all the way down here. I really hope that this was all the manipulation low that we were gonna see. So, that's kind of my game plan on that. This is at 9:05. There it goes, reaching up for that high. All right. I'll have to show you guys what I was looking at here in a minute. I was looking at this that area that we were consolidating in, and that was the POC shifted over and over. Oh, just won my first trade right off this 25-point zone.
Same there. Let's go.
Nice. There you go. You're doing it. Look at that.
I was ready for it too. Had the stop every top of the zone. Had my one contract ready. So good
Nice.
setup.
All right. One down. Dude, look at it. It's a railroad. Okay, so I guess maybe they go grab liquidity up top, then maybe grab down low, and then rocket. Come on, I want to see all-time highs on a Friday.
And Ken, what did you use for your entry? The high of the like that
Overnight session.
the overnight session, yeah.
Yep.
Good morning. Did you put the levels or did I miss it?
I let me put them right now. I forgot to. I have them ready, but I forgot to post them.
Okay, thank you.
I'm doing it right as we speak.
Thank you.
I should have marked a little thing here as well, but I was really thinking that we were gonna go up. I mean that we were gonna go down and then go up. That's just like the really typical thing to do. And I know, yeah, I could have held it forever, but you don't ever know when that's gonna happen.
How big was your stop loss?
It's 25 or 20. I use
Oh.
20. I use 26 because I like to get.
Yeah.
Look, the thing is, I'll use 26 if I'm trading around level. Like, see, this is really interesting. This low right here is at 75, right? So it's already at around level. So, I can go a little bit below it, right? Right below the low. And so if I'm trading around level of 25, I normally go 25 points for 26 points, but just because I like to get that. I know it sounds crazy, but I have actually seen price come up to a 25 level, hit it, and my stop is 1 point on the other side, and then it runs away and goes back to entry or profit, right? So I talk about hanging on by a thread. That's happened. So now, What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Let's not forget about this news range right here. I'm not going to draw the box because I already have too many, but look, this range right here, I'm watching this. All right. So this is that candle that happened from when news came out. I think it was what PPI or something like that. I can't remember, but the POC has been here and shifted multiple times. Let me just show y'all because you need to really look at all the volume in this area. Look at how many, look, 422 contracts traded at that price, 413 traded at that price, 460, 460, 460, 500, 500, 500. These are all slightly different price levels. So there's thousands of contracts that have been traded right here in this area. And so once we get out of here, I think we'll be totally out of here, but that's what I'd like. I'm obviously biased towards being bullish this morning. You guys all know that. Everyone in mentorship knows that and knows why, but we'll see. I already got one, so I could be bullish, I could be bearish. It don't matter at this point.
So what did you make on your trade? 500?
Nope. I am trading micros today.
Oh,
Believe it or not.
micros. Okay.
Yep.
Like 5 micros?
Believe it or not, I went for $100 on that trade, and I'm gonna go for $100 on the next trade and on the next trade. But it's because I'm doing something for somebody right now. So I'm trading micros, trading small ones. Yeah, but normally that's exactly what it is. And I love it. One contract, one contract cost me $3 to make 500. I take that. $1.20 in, $1.20 out. All right, let's see. What do we got? We've got pretty synchronized buying across NASDAQ and, across MNQ and NASDAQ. It's pretty aggressive buying for price to not be just flying through the roof right now. It almost, I don't want to say this because I think it's my bias, but it almost feels like it's being held here. I'm not saying indefinitely, but it's, for the amount of delta and volume that we have, POC just shifted as well. Like we're at 850. I mean, it's just thousands and thousands and thousands of contracts that's been traded there. Plus yesterday's VWAP price. I mean, we are just in the volume right here. So with this type of price action, I'm assuming, we don't have any kind of signals yet. I'm about to get our first Titan set up right here. See it. I've got to get my charts reorganized. Look at how many charts I have up here. I have my charts. I've been building so many things this week. I don't even think I have my old chart set up anymore. It has gone somewhere. Oh. Yeah.
Hate to nag, but I was gonna ask you on the levels, remember, because my computer issue yesterday, I was gonna put a couple of screens on one computer and then on the other one. So I'm just waiting on the levels so that
they're in. Did I put them in the right place? Let me see. Yeah, they're in there.
I see it now. Now I see it. It hadn't popped up. I was like, what happened?
Yeah,
it's probably my
it's
computer.
Okay. No, I'm putting them in like right now as we speak. So it's not you. It's me.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're like, I got my screen set up, Ken. I want to freaking do this. Like, I only got today. I finally got it set up. All right, here comes ES. ES levels. ES, and for my gold traders, CME levels fresh off the press. GC, institutional. Boom, boom, boom. All right, there they all are. So let's. I'll go and add mine on too. I want to see where they were. Interesting looking little levels for NASDAQ. 800, 750. Next level's up there at 26,000. Ooh, are we going for that one? There's pushing up. Good morning, Clyde. I see you in there.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. I can do one or two things. I passed my first eval.
Hey, nice. Congratulations. I know you were just dancing. I could hear it.
Yeah.
You just did a
Yeah.
little jig, didn't you?
Just do the jig. So I am stopping because I don't want to lose that.
Hey, happy
And
Friday.
see y'all. Yes, I'll talk to y'all at 12 o'clock.
Yeah,
And
I'll be there.
start another one on Monday. Not doing another one today.
Nice. Love to hear it.
All right.
Good job. Yeah, that's right on time too. Because don't that new deal that they have, isn't that the 90% off? Let me see. I think they're giving discounts on the so it's $20 for a 50K account. That's crazy. No consistency, blah blah blah. All right, one-time PA fees, 75,000. I mean 7,500. Oh my God, $75. It's $75 for the PA. Yeah, for the PA on the anything under 100K. So if you got that, yeah. So if you got the 50K or 25K account, then $75, and you can redeem that sucker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab some more today.
Well, I have to pay $75 to get the money.
Well, so this is how it works. You have an evaluation account, and so the
Correct.
evaluations, those are cheap, right? That's why people are like, oh,
Yeah.
whatever about the evaluations. So you buy the evaluations, get them cheap, and then those have the monthly fee. But if you pass them within the first 30 days, you pay for them one time. That's that's the evaluation, right? That's what you purchased.
Okay.
Now, normally, now what happens is that's like your demo. That's like your test account. That's you proving you can do it. The next step is you getting a performance account. So you're going to get an email today at about 3 o'clock our time, and it's going to say congratulations. And it's going to say congratulations, you passed your evaluation. Click this link to purchase your PA. The PA is right. Normally those are, what are they, guys? Like $150 or something like that. They're normally kind of expensive.
And a monthly fee.
Yeah. So, but right, when Apex does these deals, they discount them. So right now the PA fee is $75, and it's one time $75 for 10 years, basically lifetime, right? So yeah,
you have two options, so make sure you select that option.
Thank you. Yes, you take it very slow because you won't see the option. You have to click a drop down and select lifetime. You'll see it's either going to be $75 or $150 or $140 or however much they normally are. Don't do that one. Call me if you need to. When you're going through it. Because you don't want to do that because they will not refund you. You're not going to get. They're very strict about that. So
and it's monthly. This other one is just a one-time fee for 10 years and then 10 cents a year after that.
So Antoinette, if you stick to it and you keep your risk small, what you really need to do going into next week, do
Mhm.
not touch anything but M and Q, because you're going to be on a performance account. You're going to be
Okay.
nervous. It's going to be
Okay.
new. It's going to be a new experience for you. This is the real deal. You're finally there. You are now a funded trader on your way to
Okay.
getting your very first payout. Okay. You
Okay.
have the money's yours, right? You're
Okay.
sharing you're sharing the money with Apex. All you got to do is generate the payout. Nothing is stopping you
Okay.
at this point except for you. So do not touch
Okay.
gold. Do not touch
Okay.
silver. Do not touch
Okay.
NQ. Your only asset from this point forward is MNQ,
And
micro.
Q. Okay.
Don't
Okay.
I wouldn't, just to get your feet wet, if that's the right word, right? Just
Okay.
to get started, play, have fun next week. Try to make 50
Okay.
bucks, right? Don't
Okay.
try to make $500. Don't try to get a payout in a week.
Super.
Take
Okay.
this slow. You owe nobody no more money after this. You're no more
Okay.
payments, no more payments, no more Apex,
Awesome.
right? No more Apex evaluations if you follow my directions here. If you try to go get a payout fast, you're going to lose that performance account and start the process over again. So next week, don't even
Okay.
take a trade until you talk to me again, and make sure
Okay.
that your mindset is right to start. Because I don't want,
Okay.
we already talked a couple times this week.
Yes.
I want you to, you know, and I know where you're headed. And so
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
have fun. Just try to go in and make, I don't care if it's 25, 50 bucks. Just start getting
Okay.
used to, I'm trading a funded account and this is fun.
Okay.
And you could take it as slow as you want. You can make 50 bucks a day, or you could lose 50 bucks a day, right? However, you know what I'm saying? But either way,
Take it for
you
me.
could either make it really fast, or let me put it like this. You could either make it really slow, or you could lose it really slow, or you can make it really fast, or you could lose it really fast. It's up to you. So just, I would say, take it slow. That way it gives you time to recalibrate, think about things, talk to me, get guidance. If you go in there like most people, a lot of people blow their PAs in a few days, because they're like, it hits them. They're like, holy crap, I'm finally here. I'm going to get a payout. And then they start saying, how much do I need to get a payout? They're rubbing their hands together like, all right, we're finally here. Like, I deserve it, and they go do some stuff. And I hate seeing people lose a PA account.
It helps having I
Just
feel like the
okay. Thank
payout
you.
requirements.
Say that again.
I feel like it helps with the payout requirements, honestly, on Apex. Like the fact that that you have to trade for 8 trading days, you have to make profit on 5 out of 8. And then you can just kind of mentally plan out, okay, if I want to make, the $1,500 payout, like how much do I have to average essentially? Like what should my target be per day? What should my minimum target be per day? Things like that. So there's a guy as well. I can show you that I've been seeing on Twitter pop up on my Twitter feed. He's doing 20 Apex 25K accounts, and he's committed entirely to trading one micro. To show everybody, you need to just be trading one micro. And I've been watching his journey for about a month, and he's about to take a full payout on all
Exactly.
25 on all those
And
25K accounts.
he's taking it slow. You hear that? 1 month, not 1 day, not 1 week. That's
But he's making a
exactly.
20K payout in 1 month because just 50 bucks a day, scale copy traded accounts, one micro, very 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 risk averse. So
Well, it's possible. I'm telling you, if you just slow is fast. Like I know Matt says it all the time, but it's the truth. If you going fast, you're gonna trip, and then you're gonna have to get back up, and you're gonna have to restart all over again. If you will just go slow with this stuff, you slowly go and get your accounts and slowly pass them. Most of I'm just saying, a lot of y'all been working on this fast route for a year now. If you would have just locked in and went slow for 3 months, 4 months, you'd have been there plus some. We wouldn't even probably be having this conversation. So, it's
And I mean, you could, even if it took you 6 months to get 20 accounts and 20, 25K or 50K, and you were trading one micro, even if you only did $100 a day, within 6 months, you're going to have 20 accounts. And just think about it, that's 2,000 a day.
These are the great conversations. I could talk about this all day long. I just wish that somehow everyone would do just that, and I'm the only way I could think about It is lead by example. You know, if we just got to show them that it's possible. And like you said, you're seeing a guy on YouTube do it. That's what we all need to do, is just look at what's actually working and, you know, do that over and over again.
I know my stuff echoes real fast, but remember my little brother I was telling you about?
Yeah.
He has over $1 million already in his live account, and he's been trading since August.
Whew. Wow.
He trades for people though. He got over
Right.
30 accounts. He trades for people, and he got his own accounts too. So he got over $1 million sitting in his live account.
Wow. He's doing it, huh?
Wow.
Man,
He's 19. You know, 19-year-olds are smart.
Yeah. They got no fear either. They're like, yeah, I'll do it. Give me all your money.
Some
That's
things
awesome.
just click with certain people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Big, you're not echoing, dude.
Yeah.
For the first time, I think.
I don't know
You're
what's
good
going
now.
on.
Amazing.
Yeah. Hey, Lee, unmute your mic. Let's see. La 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 la. Yep. No echo. What'd you do? Restart your computer?
I want to sing. Shoot, let's do it.
Microphone thing is just a microphone too.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning, Cedric.
What it
I figured
do?
out what happened with my account, Ken.
Good morning.
Happy Friday.
When I
It
purchased
said,
my PA account,
Oh, I
my
heard.
first
Don't think I
account.
didn't hear. I heard you dancing a jig. Don't play.
You know it. You know it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Now I know he told you not to trade, right? Not to trade
Oh,
no
you know,
more.
I'm done for today. I'm done.
All right, make sure you buy you another account though, while there's still $20.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'll probably do that.
Go start my
I'm
car.
about to buy a couple a day.
Lee, what were you saying about your account? I heard you saying
That
something.
situation I was having last when I
Yeah.
couldn't log in.
Yeah.
So the accounts blew, but they reimbursed me my money because I just turned it to a PA account that Sunday night.
Mhm.
And then Martin Luther King Day, I traded, but I never made sure it was reset to a $50,000 account. And it was supposed to 10 minutes to 4 hours before it's reset, but they ended up reimbursing me my money. So
Well, that's cool that they actually did that.
they couldn't do nothing about the account.
I've never heard Apex refund anybody for
That's what my brother
anything.
said. He said the same thing. He said
Yeah.
the same thing. They gave me back the money for the PA account, the $70.
So, but now you're gonna have to restart the process, right? Because they can't redo it.
Yeah, they can't do nothing about it. So I had to start over. But that's fine.
At least you know.
All right.
All right, I'm walking around the house. Anything happening on charts? Or did it ever break those highs?
Titan one.
Oh, nice. Did it break the high?
No.
No.
So it's a sell
It
Titan?
got pulled. Yeah.
It was a buy. That's why I took it, because it was kind of at the midpoint on going up.
Yeah.
Took a long off that VWAP bounce. That was pretty good. Just did one micro.
Nice. Oh, I'm starting. Let's see here. I got to turn this heater on for my
Yeah.
1 minute for my 1 minute drive to the school. I go seat warmers and heat on 80, and it's like 50 degrees.
I do the same thing though.
I can't figure out. It's so weird here in Arizona. So like the remote start. All right, I can start the car, but it somehow, or I don't know how it works, but it always defaults to some other temperature. You know what I mean? So like, I can start the car, but I still have to go out to there. And my girlfriend said there's a way to make it start and turn the seat warmers and the heater on, but I don't know how to do that. Or she said an app or something. Got me an app for everything. I don't want any more for your car.
Soon there'll be an app to manage all your apps.
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I read all of your messages, Michael, about what you guys were talking about with the, what was that called, the trading session indicator, and I am doing some stuff on it right now. Let's see here.
Thank
Let me
you. I
go back
appreciate
and
that.
grab that. I think it was.
Yeah, I was
Hey,
thinking it
cool.
might be nice just to have at a quick glance to see, like, because there's times where the session will have a massive range, but it only goes up and down like, 20 points from beginning to end. Just kind of curious to see, like, those numbers.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what's funny? I actually removed those. So I was trying to keep it minimum. So I actually removed a lot of that, and so yeah, I'll get it back. Let me see if I've got this. Well, I didn't have all of it in there. I had some of the stuff in there. So the main thing, main thing I'm going to do though is I'm trying to change something where, I don't know if you guys notice or not, and I'm going to change this too where it doesn't stretch all the way across. But like one thing kind of annoys me with the sessions indicator is that you can't double click or right click anywhere on the chart because you'll end up selecting the indicator, And
Yeah.
so I've like this version, see, I can click everywhere and anywhere, and it doesn't select it. But I've got to see, it's a different way of coding, so it's actually highlighting the whole background, so it's not like a zone as much. Like obviously I've got the highs and the lows marked, but I got a little bit more work to do on it, and then I'll release it. But here's that open to close that you were talking about. So here's the opening price, right? And then I can have it draw it so you can see there's the opening price. The close obviously hasn't happened yet, but it'll keep track of it, and it says it right here. Okay, it's 50. We're 50 points above open right now, so you can kind of track it. You see that?
Yeah.
That's what
Okay.
you're talking about, right? Or you just want to be
Yeah.
able to see the lines?
It doesn't have to be the lines. Just like knowing where we are, like relative to the start of the session in terms
Okay,
of price.
gotcha. All right.
And Ken, did you work on that quantum indicator where it was supposed to be below or something?
Right. Yeah, I haven't finished it, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to get that one done right away because I didn't. Yeah, that was crazy. I didn't even know that it was like that, and everyone's just using it, or else maybe they didn't update it. I don't know.
No, I didn't update. I like the way the old one is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my question. I had to reset all my charts because I couldn't get the quantum indicator to show up at the bottom with the TV blast.
Right.
I was like, what happened to it? So it's not me screwing it up then, huh?
Yeah, no, the quantum, because I was trying to just only add these things that you see here, these lines on here. It was really just a test, just to kind of see what it would look like if I did it, and I did it. But I now remember that while I was doing this, because it was normally built in a different indicator window, temporarily I had to make it draw on the chart, and I think I just forgot to put the stuff back.
Okay, cool. Now I have another question about the TV blast. I just threw it back on there, and I wanted to get rid of the gray ones. How did we do that? You don't want to replace it with green or red. You just want it to not be neutral.
Right. So what you'll do is this. So you got your TV blast dots down here. Just double click and go into the settings. If I don't know why I can't get into the settings here. We'll go in one sec. All right, there we go. And then you want to go to style, and then go ahead and under gray dot settings, just remove the. Right? Isn't that how we do it, guys? Yeah, you just remove You want to remove the gray or the yellow dots? I think it was the yellow dots you wanted to remove. You wanted to remove the yellow dots so that you could see the green and red underneath them, if I remember right. Because you didn't know that underneath yellow was actually green and red. You know, it was just indicating more of a caution, you know. And so yeah, so I think what you wanted to do was remove the yellow. And there's a couple things. Look, you know, if you want to keep the yellow, but you want to, you know, still see if it's green or red, I think. Let me just try. That's kind of messy. Let me try like this. Oh, there you go. Look, if you see what I just did is I just changed yellow dot settings
above
to
the bar.
top. I just put top, and it actually put it right above those. So that way you still like, cause see with TV Blast, it's good to know like, hey, we're green, green, green. Okay, now we're extreme green. You know, this lets us know, hey, price is moving up and it's moving up fast. It's still moving up fast. We have momentum, and now this is like, okay, we may have moved too fast, too far. Most of the time after a series of these yellow dots here, 1, 2, 3, you're gonna get price pulling back the other way, at least a pullback. And we typically trade 1 or 2 candles at a time. So that's, you know, I stay away from the yellow ones most times. I mean, if I could get a green, why not trade here instead of up here, you know? Especially
What about the gray ones? What are those? Just
gray.
they're neutral.
Gray means just
Totally
that, yeah. So
neutral.
think of it like this: TV Blast, what it is speed and direction. So price has to be moving a certain direction at a certain rate of speed. And if that's happening, you'll get a green dot. But if it's moving too fast in one direction, that's, you know, it's too much, right? You know how I feel about that. And so that's when it turns yellow, where it's like, hey, this is moving up and it is moving up fast, but it might be too fast. Normally when something moves too fast, too far, too fast, it snaps back. And so that's what these yellow, you see, like right here, everything was fine. Red, red. And then bam, as soon as we went too far, too fast, it stopped going down and it pulled, you know, even if I know that it wasn't very much of a pullback, but that's enough to knock us out if we're just trading this candle. So oh, we just put in a new low of the session right below the low here. I didn't even notice that was happening. This green line I have here is interesting because that is the midpoint of the overnight session. So I started watching this line right here, this green line. As you can see, it's the middle of the top and the bottom right here. These two areas, right? The top and the bottom of the overnight session. And you see how we were just pinned right there before open. And now here we are again. So this is obviously, there's a lot of volume. Prices just eating it up. So yeah, who knows? Maybe we do snap down here and grab that trade. Am I even ready? Either way, I got to take my son over to the school real quick. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Like we got a Titan setting up. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Don't let it go without me.
got a Titan setting up for a sell. It looks like there's a lot of support at that level.
Yeah, it already went into effect, but I'm not sure about that.
The 900 real quick.
Nice. On Titan, the buy?
Not bad, yep.
Yeah, there was a sell that was setting up before that, and I said it looks like there's resistance, and then there was an exact opposite trade.
Yep, I heard you say it, yep.
Wow, thanks guys.
Yep.
Man, I told y'all that I was bullish on this thing. We had a lot of buying opportunities out of these lows today. I mean, look at this. Look at this prime buying area. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I say four, at least 4 to 5 opportunities right down there. But man, this thing it won't leave.
Yeah, just made 900 real quick.
Hey, off of this.
Yep, on our last buy.
This is a little too risky for me to trade. I'm glad y'all making money, but I'm I will only trade this area, and I already did, and I will only trade this area. It's just what I do because what I like to do. But and man, I'm seeing a lot of opportunities, tons of opportunities that have been setting up. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Like little price action opportunities, not anything. Hasn't really. I mean, I haven't even put an indicator on here today just because I've been. I mean, we really haven't gone anywhere. So y'all had to let me know. I heard you say a Titan one, but was this? Hold up.
There was a Titan right before it for a sell, but I had mentioned that it was right at kind of a resistance level.
Yeah, I see that. So we had one winner. We had a winner and we had a winner and we had a loser. Here's another one setting up now. I bet you. I don't want to change nobody's trade fund, but I bet you if we go down to lower time frames, just knowing this type of price action, there's probably a lot more of these. Yeah, look at it. See, this is the TV. The Titan was built for these types of moves, like when price is moving up quickly or down quickly because it's a continuation. But because of how the market looks and how volatile it is, you see, I can look at it and know, and you guys can too. You just got to look at it and know. Like, I mean, obviously, you could see the price went up to here, and then it went down, and then it opened, and then it continued up. There's probably a Titan right there. You just got to go find it on the lower time frames, and there it is. You see, it's exactly where I thought it would be at. right there. There's nothing wrong with taking these trades. These, even on a 15-second, this is a $250 risk on one contract on NASDAQ. This is not a small setup by any means. It's volatile. This is 10 points or 12 points right there. So, when it's volatile like that, again, I'm not telling y'all what to do, but, I'm just saying that there's some opportunity here if you click a button or two and look around, and it, especially if, like, we're bullish, say, for example, if somebody said, like, we should look for buys throughout the day, and then, we see prices, kind of dropping down into those zones, you might want to try to buy out of those zones if you see something. On the flip side, we are lacking. Oh, wait, no, we had a couple. Finally. All right, we had a couple big orders come in. Big orders come in for the first time. I've got a template set up for myself here that I use for order flow, and I'm basically just highlighting certain like volume things that I see inside of these candles. And so you can see that, this was news. So obviously there's going to be some volume things inside of here. But then I was shocked that throughout this entire period of time, we got no volume anomalies, if you will. And now we are, right? And so not only are we, but we're getting two different kinds at the same time. These are massive orders right here. So we're having more volume here and here than we had. Well, I'm not going to say more volume, but we're more. Oh God, I don't know how to put it. It's more effort and aggression and difficulty at these prices than at any of these prices. So what this lets you know is that there are a lot of passive players in the market right now. I'll make it real simple for you guys. They're here, right? They're here, and the fact that we can see this showing up right here, these are definitely key areas we want to focus on, and they are participating in these prices. Now, are they buying or selling? We could only guess. I mean, look. Price came down to here. We had plenty of sellers. Look at the stacked sellers on the left side. They are selling and they're loving it. Sell, 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 sell. Then we had 134 aggressive market orders, 134 contracts hit the ask at this. I don't know how else to explain this in a way that makes sense for everybody, but at this price right here, 134 contracts were placed to buy above, right? They wanted to buy at that price and they pushed the button to buy. This wasn't a passive thing. Somebody said, get me in and get me in now, right? And so that's what happened right here. That's the 134 that you can see. So we had some buyers step in, but what's more important to me is that we had plenty of sellers here and that price failed to go down. We had aggressive selling throughout this entire candle. You can see it in the delta. We had much more negative, much more seller aggression in this candle than buyers, but look at what actually happened. It didn't continue to go down. So to me, this looks like absorption, but then we also had the same thing up here. So, this is when I say that patterns and, all these patterns that people look for, those are all engineered. They're engineered, and then they're engineered for a reason, obviously for liquidity. And so, but if you'll pay attention to those things and sit there and watch it long enough instead of trying to trade it constantly, then you can actually observe it and get some context, get an idea. All right, what's going on? Right? I don't know what's going on right now. That's why I'm watching it. That's why I'm not trading it. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm long-term bullish right now, but I want to buy at these lower prices. So, something like this. If I would have been watching this would have been maybe a little reason to think about buying. I know we had multiple reasons to buy in this leg up right here, but that could have added a lot of confidence to your bias. That's good. See if we can stay up above these areas. See, look at the switch around here in that one candle that I was just talking about. And we had absorption at the bottom. On this chart right here, if you see these little these little purple boxes, I have those to identify absorption. So that's what anytime you're seeing a purple box on these charts here, it's me trying to it's not guaranteed, right? It's just typical volume type of behavior. Like, see, that's I don't know if it was absorbed or not. It's right at the midpoint, but that's what I've got set up on those. But what really shows clearly is that in the wick of this candle, look at where all the volume is. And this is the one I was just talking about. So here, let me make it bigger. Look at where all the volume's concentrated. So look, this candle opened, and see, the secret right here is this. The candle opened, the candle opened. What happened? Sellers pushed it down all the way down here. Negative 534 delta. That's big. That's a lot. That's bigger than anything surrounding here. And then in the same candle, buyers came in aggressive enough, and these are actual market orders, came in to push this back up to 302. So we had buyers step in right here, and you could see it in that right here. And then bam, we've also got the volume. This is the POC. This is the POC of this candle right here at the very bottom of it. So that's the POC, and this is the value area. Way down there. See that retest? Boom, boom, boom. This
Quite a
25.
difference
What?
between. I was going to say quite a difference between today's open and yesterday's open.
Holy difference, yeah. Look at this 25-point zone right here. This what is this? 925. Look, that's $500, $500, 500, 1,000, 1,500. You see all three of those touches right there? That's worth taking, right? Like, you don't have to risk 500. You could take these on MNQ. You could take these on MNQ and and they would you could risk however much you want. It just if you're trading 25 points, one contract is $50 at 25 points, two contracts is 100, or two micros are 100. So you could 100, 200, 300, and every single time it came right back. Oh no, it did. Yeah, let me see one. Yeah, it did. Look, it went up here, came back to the POC. Went up there, came back to the POC, and then the POC shifted, and now we're retesting the POC again.
Talk to you on Monday. Have a good weekend.
All right, see you later, man.
Take care.
I'm glad your mic's fixed.
Same. Because of the one-on-ones I have, that happens to me a few times per week, and I don't know if y'all are like this or not, but I cannot continue to talk if it's echoing. It actually like sends me into a loop, and it scrambles my brain. I can't do it.
My worst thing for me is when I'll be trying to play some video game in Discord, and my friend and my one friend trying to make call outs, and I have like another friend trying to tell me a story, and like everybody's just overlapping, and I'm like, I need one of you guys to realize you can't both be talking over the other, and one of you needs to like step back for a second.
Yeah,
it's just too much.
Mm-hmm. I know. I've been in a couple different calls. Luckily, we don't. It doesn't get too crazy in here. But yeah, I've been on a couple calls where it gets like that, and it's just like, all right. At one point, this isn't even like like if you're playing like an army game or something, and you need really good comms, and like everyone's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
like, he's on me. Oh no, he's over there. And what does over there mean? Like, can we north, south, east, west? Like, what is it? Well, guys, this is kind of boring. Not gonna.
We forgot about the 10 o'clock candle. I don't even know what happened here.
10
Oh,
o'clock.
not much. A little bit of a doji. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Let me go look at the volume in it. I like to do that. What you could do is like this. Look, when that 10 o'clock candle comes in, let's analyze it right fast. I don't see anything. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. 8 o'clock. We got regular delta. Got regular that. We got regular volume. Delta. It's a big delta change from the previous candle, but that's obvious because it went from here to here. But look, that that one candle that I keep talking about happened at 7:59 or 9:59, right? So maybe it was just a little early, for whatever reason. But what I like to do is I like to look at that candle, and sometimes I'll just highlight the whole range of it, and I'll just start watching how candles react to it and see, like here, popped out, popped back in, popped out, popped in, popped out, popped in, and then finally it ran out. And I wouldn't be surprised if we haven't retested or if we don't retest that area. I do the same thing with that 2 o'clock candle. That's why what was that? Was that yesterday or the day before when I shared inside of the chat? I was like, yo, that was yesterday. Yeah. So I said, let's see if the 2 o'clock candle does it. And if y'all were looking at the chart at that time, it did start to do some stuff right there at that time. That was yesterday. So where were we? Maybe that was Wednesday. I can't remember. What is this? This is today. This was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday because I was saying 9:50 was my target. That's right. Yeah, so somewhere in here, I don't remember when it was, but it'd be 12 o'clock my time. So yeah, we're somewhere in here. And then it did take off after that though. So I don't again I don't know exactly why or what it is, but look, I mean, what's the chances that it was doing its thing, then boom, 2 o'clock comes, and right after that it just lifts, and then it took off thereafter. I might have my timing wrong, I don't know for sure, but you had to check the chat.
You got to prove you were right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take off for the rest of the morning, though. I will see you guys at the webinar. Have a good rest of your day trading.
Yeah.
All right, see you later.
Take care.
Yeah, it's so weird here in Arizona. We're like sleeping with the heater on, and then it's like hot, and by the like I'm waking up and I've got like sweatpants. Like right now the heater's on, but I'm turning it off. And then by 12 o'clock, we'll be in shorts and a tank top with flip-flops on, walking around. And then at night we're bundling up again. This is not the business. And then on top of that, it's not even cold compared to what I guess cold really is for everyone else.
I got a Titan that just hit the 0.5, almost TP1, but if you took it at 0.5, you would have won.
Nice. Well, I think I will let's see. Oh, there's one. We're getting some bigger volume in this candle. Let's see. That one. Oh, that's right. See, and that dipped right into that. How I was just telling you about that candle, and I said, the 8 o'clock candle, and I said, to draw a box around, and that it would and oftentimes it'll retest it later. That's what it's doing right here. And then in that candle was a bunch of volume, like that I was just explaining. I've got some stuff that kind of shows like volume anomalies or whatever, and there it is inside of there. POC is shifting.
Yeah, I missed it earlier, but with the quantum trend, mine's got the the purple like refresh thing to update it. Is that going to make it so that the candles go away if I do that?
No, yeah. Don't update it right now. I'll fix that stuff either today or this weekend for the quantum trend. So
Yeah, whenever.
yeah,
I just want to make sure. I didn't touch it because I figured that was going to just show me the lines and not the candles the way I like them. So
yeah. Just don't even
cool.
because
You can always open Darren a blank chart and then just throw it on there, like the latest one, and then you'll know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
So yeah, another weird thing yesterday I was noticing. By the end of the day, I looked at like session delta from the beginning of the session to the end of the session, and it is so weird to sit here and watch NASDAQ. NASDAQ has positive delta for the day, or I should say NQ has say positive delta net. And I'm not talking about a little. I'm talking about by thousands of contracts, positive delta for the day, while MNQ has negative, negative thousands as an example. So it's just strange. I just won another trade. I went ahead and took,
Put the sell.
yeah, I sold it from here down, just like that.
I think I took the same trade. I sold it like about 847
Nice,
because
yeah.
there was a bit of resistance like at about 851.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, if it breaks there, and then you got the quantum and the TV blast, and there was a Titan. If
Yeah.
it breaks that, I'm going to take 10 points.
Yeah.
And boom.
Well, look, this candle, if it would have closed 4 points higher, it would have been a Titan. It would have been red, green, red, right? So,
But there was a Titan before it.
Right. Yeah. I liked how it looked. It looked like a solid continuation. Plus, what I had just said is that and I've got an idea for this. I talked to you about some signals and things like that. So this is part of what I'm doing here. Has to do with that. So I'm going to be tracking this. This will be one of them that will be tracked. But I'm going to be. I have plans to do some stuff. Actually, I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm not even going to talk about it. But yeah, I took a trade. That's all I'm going to say.
And what did we talk about yesterday?
Hey, I took the day off. I did it.
Really, really? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I took a little off. And there's another Titan setting up here.
Another Titan activated.
Yep.
I got short at 885. I'm still holding that one.
Oh,
Wow.
85. All right.
Wow, you're holding a long time.
Oh yeah. I see
Well,
what I
just the observation I was having is that when it just sweeps that London high or low, and then the 1 minute trading zone gets painted, those things hit like 1 to 3, 1 to 4 constantly. It's just crazy. So that's been one of my new favorites. I mean, I'm still taking my zones, but that one is just a bigger move.
You're talking about this. You said 85, right? So you got in because of this zone right here. I see.
Oh, hold on. I gotta see your chart. Hold on.
Ooh, look at that! Look at that
Oh,
Titan
look
just
at
dropped
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's nice,
ideally,
dude. We are sandwiched in between zones right now. Look at this chart.
yeah, my ideal target is down at like around 675.
That's perfect.
Wow.
But I'm gonna trail it. I'm about to, as soon as it gets down to about 778. I'm gonna
I
give
have no
myself
guts
a
to
break
hold
even.
it that long. Like I would have sold at the volume zone, the 800.
Well, you know, Matt, the only reason why now is because I've watched it happen so many times and I've marked up
Yeah.
the chart every time and I'm like, it's so, because you could lose, you could win like only 30% of them and you're still end up in profit,
You're
right?
still
Because you
way
got a 1 to
ahead.
3,
Yeah.
1 to 3, 1 to 4. See, I'm gonna go to break even now because it's at a 1 to 2.
Yeah,
So
I would break even right here. That's what I would do. That was a nice move
yeah,
you
no,
got there, though. Yeah, good job holding it. Actually holding it.
well, I've been waiting because I've missed a few of them, and I'm like, God damn! There was one day between on gold, it was in a range, and it bounced back up and down from the London high and low. It hit it. It was 3 different times. I mean, it literally would have been if I'd have held them. That it was like only 2 of them painted the zone. So, but that was a 1 to 4 on both of those. So that's like an 8x on your risk. Like it's crazy. The problem right now, and I just had this earlier with gold right now, is that the bars it's moving so much that on one micro, literally the risk is like $300-400. Like it's nuts. Like I
It's
can't
crazy.
even really trade it. Yeah, it's
Super
way exceeds
volatile.
risk.
It's just too
Mm-hmm.
volatile. That what you're doing though. That's very, very good because a lot of people don't have. It's like a skill to develop over time where you can actually see, oh, the market is so volatile. And see, a lot of people think the volatility is good. And while it can be a good thing, I just won that trade. While it could be a good thing, it does increase risk if it's a double-edged sword. You know what I mean? And so if you don't know how to handle it, you're going to get diced up. So it can work for you or it can work against you. And so that's awesome. Man. So I got this one too. Obviously, this one I've been watching this for over an hour. Y'all should have taken that trade if you want free money. I've had this on the chart since before the meeting, so that was an easy one. I'm done at this point. I've won every trade I took. I got the top, I got the bottom, and I got the middle. And what's cool about that is that you go back in here. Let me prove it. Prove it. I've been talking about this since last night. Literally, I was like, if the market looks like this, then I think it's going to do that. I obviously didn't do just that, but it gave us a bias. This was all last night. And then boom, 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 this morning, I'm like, hey, look at what we did. Look at where we're at, right at the middle. Marked them out. Here's the middle zone. There's the top zone. There's bottom zone. And then you go and you look at the chart and top, bottom, middle. So I'm happy. Oh man, that was a perfect one down there. See how it just ran down, turned away? So tiring being so genius. Did I say that out loud? I'm messing with
It's
you.
all
You know
good.
what's awesome about
Own
you
it.
is that you're so humble that when you say stuff like that, it's just like okay, it's like it's
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
you're
not even
welcome
real.
to own that. You totally rock.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how long how long everyone's been following me and whatnot, but I come from the Forex days. Like, things are different. The amount of money and stuff that can be made in these markets, like this is easy, but it's hard compared to Forex. Because Forex, I held a trade that made over $100,000 for over a month on Forex. So like those numbers, these numbers are not really that crazy to me on the screen, and so it's just, it's just fun. We're just having fun. We're just here to have fun.
Yeah, you would, and I didn't respond, but like the biggest, this is kind of weird, but the biggest issue that I have is I'm missing too many trades, too many
Yeah.
winners. Like and some of that is just speed with being able to get on them fast enough. Because some of
Yeah.
these zones, like some of the zones don't even appear till like the last whatever 10, 20 seconds or whatever, and I'm trying to get my pending in, and so and then it's like right at the entry, and I'm like, do I do a stop, a limit, and then it's gone. So like that's been the hard part. And the thing is when, especially on those 5-minute zones, you don't get a lot of opportunities for those. So if you're missing a lot of winners, like you have to get on them. Like you only have so many shots at it every day. So that's been my thing. And so I'm just trying to work on speed, and
Yeah.
I may have to, yeah.
The thing is, look, this is not supposed to be. Let me just move that. I don't want nobody getting the wrong idea. So, the thing
Look at this
is,
thing.
I know, but this is what I wanted to see right here. Now I know I should have held the trade, right? I get it. I know it. I know, but look, I'm done. I don't care. I got my money, and I'm not. See, I'm not. It's not guaranteed to do this, but I do feel like this might have been the catalyst that's going to send us out of here. So I mean, that was my expectation, was for it to come, that if it came down here and it retested those lows right here. Where was it? I don't see anything. Here are the zones. I am bullish, waiting for open, look for buys, but I'll be ready. Okay, well,
I mean, that was an
we're done.
80-point candle too. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, for those of you that have the the nads to hold on to the trades like that, congratulations. You've probably made a lot more money than I did today, but I'm cool with just getting in and getting out. I gotta accept it, and yeah, one day I'll create a system that'll help me hold on to these trades longer. But I like getting in and out. I'm in, out, and I don't got to worry about it, and I'm done.
There was a guy, he still might be around on Facebook, and he trades Forex. And he has a course, it's called, I never took it, but it's called The Art of the Hold. Like the guy literally holds trades for days and weeks at a time.
Yeah.
And he goes, there's going to be a lot of volatility, but the guy's usually right. Like, because he analyzes, long-term market structure.
Yeah. So it's really, if you think about it, hopefully you can hear me on the other side of that house right now. But if you think about it, when this is a known thing, is they say that the market is fractal. So what's happening on larger time frames are on smaller time frames, all the way down to the smallest, right? So if you see this, we just drew this on like Tuesday, I feel like. If you see that, inside of that is that, and inside of this is,
I mean, little Elliott wave.
right? Exactly. And so it's all fractal, and so that means that if we see this happening on a 1 minute and we take a trade, right? Easy. Take a trade, then we're expecting to go here. Well, there's no difference. What if we see this on a 1 month time frame, right? If we're expecting the same thing, then we gotta wait maybe 1 to 10. I mean, if you're looking at a month chart, what these Titans, they normally take 1 to 2 candles to complete. I based on my experience, and so otherwise you probably shouldn't be in it. And so if you take a trade like that off of a monthly pattern, well, you might expect that trade could take a month to materialize. And there's, just like this trade, right? You might get triggered right here, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to go up a little, down a little, up a little, down, maybe into the red, right? And so when this would look normal-ish on, like here, boom, 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 like on the 1 month chart, it would just look like that. But when you are actually in it day after day or whatever, it would, you'd be stuck in it and going up. You'd be red, you'd be green. One day you're green, one day you're red. But you got to really stick to that big picture plan. I don't think that a lot of people have I don't think that they have a picture big enough in their mind to be able to commit to it. You know what I mean? Because like it's easy to talk about it, but like you actually have to just realize, I'm taking this trade, and regardless of the outcome today, tomorrow, or whatever, you almost have to just say, I'm not going to look at it for a week unless I get an alert, and just let the trade play out. We couldn't do that with futures on.
Well, you could be up $10,000, and you can take, that's money in your hand, right? But if you keep it, it might fluctuate to minus 20,000 and then go back up to plus 50,000. I can't do that.
Right. But it's no different than a 1 minute Titan. You might be up 400 and go down to 200, 400, 200, it's just all different. I don't like it either. I'm on your team. I'm on your team. I love to be able, I like to feel like a sniper. If y'all don't notice, I like to identify an area, get in like an assassin or something, get in, get out. You never saw me. You never heard me, and I'm done. I left no trace. It's just my style. Doesn't mean it's the best, doesn't mean it's for everybody, but it's my style of trading. It's the way my mind works, and it's the only thing I can teach because that's what I do. But I get it. I get it. Some people are different.
Another Titan win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, with Forex though, I had to say it was way different because Forex. First of all, Forex is totally different. I mean, with the leverage and like they have, you could be long and short on. I don't know how much y'all remember this now, but you could buy, Euro USD and you could sell Euro USD the same. I mean, you could literally, I could be buying Euro USD from the low and I could see it go up to the high and say that's exactly where I wanted to, where I'm expecting a sell, but I think the price will still continue to go up. And then you could say, let me just go ahead and sell this real quick. And you could sell it, grab a couple pips, and then exit your position. And then you'd be holding your buy the whole time. So what I would do with Forex, I had trades that would run sometimes over, 14 days to a month, but those were trades that I had basically already gotten into. They took off. I may have already taken some profit on them, and then I may have, like closed some of the position or whatever, and then just let them go. But there's one trade specifically that I very, very clearly remember because it hit almost 125,000 in profit on one trade. Plus, I was getting paid on interest rate difference, and it was NZD. It was like NZD. I can't remember if it was CHF or NZD USD. I can't remember that part, but yeah, it was like that was like my little baby. I watched that trade it just develop for so long, and I remember I didn't even want to close it. Like I held on. I did exactly what you're talking about. It finally did start to turn around, and the only reason it worked so long is because the big difference between interest rates between like the New Zealand dollar and the US dollar or Swiss franc. I can't remember. I think it was Swiss franc. And so
Yeah, it was Swiss franc. I remember.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember you talking about it.
I
And
was
you was getting paid off the swaps too.
Yeah, I was getting paid off swaps, and I made 120,000 on one trade. And
how many lots was it?
I can't even remember now.
10
I can't
lots or
remember.
something?
I can't remember how many lots it was at this point anymore. But what I do know is that I didn't risk any more than like it would have been somewhere between $3,000 to $5,000 because that was my typical setup on Forex. And so to risk, let's just say I risked 10,000, which I know for 110% fact I didn't. 10,000 to make 120,000, that's not too bad. And it took a little bit over a month, but yeah, I gave a lot of money back on that trade. When it started to come back, I did not want to close it. I was like, I was doing what you were talking about. Like I was watching it and I was like, oh man, there's 10,000 back. Oh, there's 15. Oh, wait, got 5 back, and it became a little bit of a ride there at the end, and where I was really trying to hold on to it. And I definitely gave back more than I needed to, but it happens. Can't be perfect, can we? All right, guys, I'm hopping off. I got my 3 trades. I'm up. Green day, green week. Green day, green week. Traded nothing but micros today. Max size, 2 contracts. I did 2 contracts on every trade that I took today, and you can see every single one of them here. These were all called out in advance, with the exception of this one right here. So these are prime spots. If you guys will just tap into what I'm doing here, they do not always win. Don't think there's a 100% winning rate. It was this week, but it's not always like that. And so these are great areas to look for opportunities. You can look for opportunities here, but these are going to be where your better opportunities are. And I'm pretty good at finding those areas. So I share those with you guys. Just pay attention, make good decisions. Mentorship. I'll see you guys on the webinar at 12. And for everyone else, you guys hit your goal. I should have gave you guys the speech at the beginning, but hit your goal. Don't give back your Friday profits. All right. Let's all finish the week strong and go into the weekend winners. Define a plan, come back ready to go next week. So mentorship, I'll see you guys on the webinar. Everybody else, I'll see you guys on Monday morning.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Ken.
All right. Have a good weekend. Whoa.